Okay, so this one says to solve by using the quadratic formula. So first we're going to have to remember what that is. I'm going to tell you a little story that helps me to remember it. Use it if you want to. A negative boy couldn't decide to attend a radical party, so he decided to be square and miss out on 4 awesome chicks, and the party wasn't over until 2 a.m. Alright, so that's the quadratic formula. And we also need to make sure that our trinomial here is in standard form. And if it is in standard form, this is going to be my A term, my B term, and my C term. So my A term is going to be 5, my B term is going to be -1, and my C term is also going to be -1. And what I'm going to do is plug all of those numbers into this formula right here. Alright, so I'm looking for a negative b. My b is already negative, of -1. So the opposite of that is going to be a +1 plus or minus b squared. So I am going to take the square of -1. So -1 times -1, remember, is going to be a +1. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug that into my quadratic formula. -4 times my a of 5 and my c term of -1 all over 2 times a. My a term is 5, so I'm going to multiply 5 and 2 together to give me 10 on the bottom. Alright, so if you put all of this part in your calculator right here, you should get radical 21. So I'm going to say 1 plus or minus radical 21 over 10. The next step I would want to do is to see if 21 broke down any further, and it can't because it's prime and its only factors are 7 and 3, which are also prime. So that's as fully solved as it can be right there. Alright, so number 8 also asks us to solve using the quadratic formula, so I wrote it here for you. So you can be reminded of what that looks like, and now we're just going to plug in. My A term is 1, my B term is 8, and my C term is 13. So let's plug those in. So we're looking for a negative B. Our B is 8, so a negative B would be a -8 plus or minus the square root of B squared. So 8 squared is 64, minus 4 times our A term of 1 times our C term of 13. Okay, if you were to put all of that into your calculator, oh, I forgot the over 2a. So over 2, because a is 1. Alright, so we're going to plug 64 minus 4 times 1 times 13 into our calculator, and you're going to get a radical 12. So -8 plus or minus radical 12, all I did was find that in my calculator, all over 2. Alright, so we're going to see if 12 can break down any further, and I know that I can pull a 4 and a 3, and I know the 4 is a perfect square, so it's going to pull out a pair of 2's on the outside, and a 3 is going to stay on the inside of the house. So what we have left is -8 plus or minus 2 radical 3 all over 2. Alright, notice that all of the outside numbers are even, so that means they can all be divided by the same thing, so we're going to want to do that. So instead of -8, we're going to divide that by 2, make it -4, plus or minus 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1. You can write the 1 if you want to, I'm not going to. I'm going to say 3, and so 4 plus or minus radical 3, because 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1 as well. You won't get it wrong if you write -4 plus or minus 1 radical 3 over 1, but you don't need it.